Alright guys, what's going on? It's your boy Lax, and today we are back with some more try hard ladder content. You know it, you love it, or you hate it, and we are using a team as the title suggests that I lost to in World Cup. So I lost this game to Fusion. It did not let me get the 3-0 in World Cup, so I went 2-1 instead, which is still fine for me. This team he used is actually quite old, I think. I think it's about a year or so old. And there are different variations of the team, and Metal Coat Goldango is kind of the highlight of this squad. Incredibly strong set, and as you can see by my team, an incredible lack of preparedness for a set like that, I think, for my team, because Tyranitar gets one shot. I'll just play this pretty quickly. My Spadef Mon is Corviknight, which gets destroyed by Knock Darkrai with Dark Pulse and Dread Plate. This Goldango is obviously running T-Bolt, so it's able to destroy that as well. And it's just a really tough matchup and a really good pick. And Fusion also played that well, of course, not to discredit my opponent. This is a pretty well played game, like that Ice Fang pivot into Crunch. Ice Fang would have let me scout the damage to see if he changed any sets, but what can you do about that? Tar just gets knocked out, trying to hope that it wasn't some kind of Specs or Metal Code set, but I get punished for that greed. And then, as the game unfolds, it just becomes a very swift loss that you guys can see here. I did have a very small chance at the end with this Goldango running out of Make It Rains by the end of it. And that lucky crit, of course. There's only one left. Get that Ice Fang correct. Knock out the Lando. Maybe if I swapped out I had a chance, but I already reviewed this game and I determined, yeah, it was a little bit unlucky, but also I could have definitely played it a lot better. So but yeah, so I recreated it because it seems like a pretty decent team on ladder. It's got a lot of major threats and a lot of really cool sets that ladder is probably unprepared for. If you guys want the poke paste for this, I will be linking it this time. I honestly, whenever I make the descriptions for my videos, I just totally forget to upload the poke paste. But there are some teams that I just don't recommend at all, that I absolutely choose not to link. But if you guys want to steal those, I could probably still link them. It's just I really don't want to sabotage you guys by linking some trash teams like the top 6 OU ranked team. That one was very, very bad, so hopefully nobody stole that. But yeah, without further ado, we'll get right into the video. As always, major shoutouts to the members. If you guys are interested, you can press the join button, and there are various perks that come to it outside of the whole YouTube aspect, including replay analysis, team building, just general chatting about the meta and stuff like that. So if you're interested, make sure to check that out. Still working on figuring out if I should publicize the Discord and how to function that, but you know, we'll get to it when we get to it. For now, enjoy the laddering video. Alright fellas, we are locked and loaded for game 1. Unfortunately, I do see a Samurai Hisui, so this might be a pretty tough game because we do have Hat, which loses to it. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. I noticed a comment that said, damn, first video that Lax has won game 1 in a long time. And I was like, damn, they're right. We do be losing a lot of game 1s, but we always end up positive. We always bounce back. So hopefully we do start off with a win though. That'd be pretty nice. Here I think, Darkrai looks quite good. Gets to knock a lot of things. I think Hat is probably the very easy lead to go for. Yeah, I think I'll just go for a Psy Noise here, apply some Presh. That did nothing. That's definitely max Spadef Garg. And, yeah, I guess I'll just Kiss. Okay, so they reveal Protect. Alright, I don't mind swapping out here into Lando. I assume this Garg doesn't want to take this trade, so they'll swap, yep. This thing could probably be Ice Beam, so I'm definitely going to U-turn on this. We want to respect that as much as possible. Okay, they go Samron instead. That's actually really nice for us. Now we can go Dragonite, threaten them out with an E-Speed even. It's not a bad play. Could also go Za. Because they still might Ceaseless versus D-Knight, but they're not going to Ceaseless into Za. Or if they do, we'll absolutely take the trade of minus Samurott. Yep. It's not bad. Okay, only one spike up, even though it did seem like Samurott could get up all of them, basically. All right, Big Wheeze is in. Pretty annoying threat. Think we just Lando here and get our rocks up. Obviously, you guys might have noticed Intimidate does not show up once neutralizing gas is on the field, but we're just going to get rocks up here. We threaten Earth Power, so this should be a swap out, I assume, into Garg or Corv, or even Pult. Alright, we don't need the Lando HP for anything, so we're just going to hit them with a U-turn, get out of there. I kind of want to gold and just rip them, make it rain, to be completely honest. Because I don't even think that's a bad play. Because Hex, unless they Terra Ghost. If they Terra Ghost, we might have lost the game, but then we still have Darkrai with Terra Dark, which looks really good if they do. So, we'll keep that in mind. I'm going to see how much Sucker Punch from Darkrai does to Dragapult. Okay, that's Life Orb. Obviously, we're not Life Orb. Dread Plate, Terra Dark. Terra Dark might actually just kill it at that range. Okay, it's a roll. They go to Slowking, which reveals Assault Vest because it pretty easily chewed that Make It Rain. I'm down to sack Lando here, I think. Okay, they Flamethrower. I'm down to U-turn here. I'm not gonna lie, I might just... If they bring Corvid right now, I might just go gold and just Nasty Plot, Terra Steel versus the Pult and win the game on the spot. It might not win the game on the spot, because they do have Terra on Slowking, of course. You gotta respect that. Alright, now is a good chance to set gold up. Slowking being healthy is a little concerning, though. But I think it is our best play. Because I think we can recover gold versus things later on if we force that Terra. Okay, so it's a pretty free Nasty Plot here. I would imagine Corv is preserved. Like, you don't sack Corv here, or you don't U-turn here. Either hard Slowking or something else. You could U-turn, I guess. It's not the worst play ever. But yeah, I really like Nasty Plot here. I don't know what comes in. I assume it has to be Slowking. And then Slowking has to Terra. Because how much is +2 Make It Rain doing? 72? Yeah, it's in range of +2 Make It Rain. Okay, let's just go for it. Yep, we forced the Terra out. Okay. I don't think Flamethrower should do enough to force this out, necessarily. Alright. Okay, so we can heal versus Corv later on, which is great. We knocked that out. Okay, here I like just sacking Za. I don't think Za offers anything for us currently. I kind of want a hat on Wisp. I don't even think that's a bad idea, because I don't think he wants to take those crunches. Okay, he makes a nice play, goes for U-turn instead. Understood. But now what comes in? Garg that takes the Psy Noise? Garg taking the Psy Noise is really setting up Terra Darkrai to kind of own this game. I think it's looking good for us. It might not appear that way because gold, our win con is at 1 HP. But Terra is gone from his side. Huge deal. And he doesn't know we're Sucker Punch and Darkrai, which is also a really big deal. Okay, Wheeze comes in. I would assume this thing is gonna outspeed us in Sludge Bomb. But that does let us heal Goldango, so I'm absolutely fine with that. Okay, Dragapult comes back in. So now it's guaranteed in Sucker Punch range. We'll just die to Hex here. This is interesting. It could be really close. I think we're okay. I think. Alright. Here I'm gonna go Darkrai. I don't know if they hard swap out. They might actually because they might be scared of Scarf. So I think we just click Dark Pulse. Yeah, I'll just Dark Pulse. Okay, they actually go for U-turn, which means they're definitely not going to Scout Sucker the next time this situation happens. They go Garg. How much does it take from Pulse? Does it force us to Terra? It does not. That's a nice amount of damage. Okay. Now Dragapult comes back in. We're going to click Sucker Punch this time. Nice! That should be a guaranteed dub. There's no way for them to stop Goldango. Oof. Okay, okay. That was kind of close, but I think we played that pretty damn well. Now we can just Ice Beam this guy. It don't matter. And now, to make sure we don't choke, we go Goldango and we roost or recover up. Because there's absolutely zero chance this thing outspeeds us. And Flamethrower shouldn't even do a lot if it randomly was that. So I think it's a guaranteed dub. Really good game one. Finally, we're starting off with a little more consistent game one wins. Okay, we're confused, so we're definitely going to swap here. We're not going to mess around with that. That would be a choke if we stayed in and we hit ourselves in confusion. He burned us and then killed us next turn. So I'm just going to spam Roar here. This is the guaranteed way to win this game, is just spam Roar. Force him to take out our Zamazenta. Alright. Okay. And now we bring gold back in. We just click Make It Rain. Perfect. Now we recover. And then we Nasty Plot and should be over. Nice. GG. Awesome game one. Alright, we have our next game up. We're going to check our opponent's rank because they have a pretty unique team. Okay. Pretty decent rank. Almost 1900s. Okay, Goldango looks phenomenal. It quite literally kills everything. Hat also looks pretty good. We do have to be very, very cognizant of the the Gliscor. Gliscor is super scary. I think it's just a Rye lead. Okay, Clef is a great lead from them. So terrible lead from us, actually. But it's all good. We go Hat here, always. Okay, that Moonblast does quite a bit, but it doesn't drop us. So we can click Psynoise here. Alright, Gliscor comes in. It's pretty interesting. Let me see how much damage that Psynoise did. How much special attack are we? 80? Okay. Could be Max Spadef, could be Summon Vest. Either way, I think we're gonna hard Rye. I think that's fine. Nice knock from them. Really nice knock from them, actually. Alright, now we're just gonna beam, threaten this out, and then we'll knock something off. Which turns out to be Clefable. Clefable's leftovers goes. I think this is definitely their Stealth Rocker. We'll just go back to Hat. Because if it's Psynoise Latios, we don't beat it anyways. So we're just going to spam some Kiss, I think. If it's not clicking Knockoff, though, maybe it's not Rocks Clef. Because typically you want to run Rocks with the Knockoff. Knock those boots off, you know? Also, my D-Knight looks really, really good because nothing can burn us except for... Nothing can burn us except for Sinistra. Alright, we're going to Psynoise here. Yeah, I'm fine losing this AV. Because now Gliscor is at 1%. Then we just go back to Rye. They have to Protect here to heal some HP back. We're just going to Ice Beam, see how much that does. Oh, we have Lumberry and Dragonite. I think Dragonite just wins, fellas. I'm going to be honest. Okay, they go King Gambit here. I think surely you have to respect Focus Blast or Wisp. So I would be very surprised if they stayed in. Yep, we get another beam off. That does 22%, but we get a super lucky freeze. Don't say my bad yet when you freeze though, because they can still thaw. Yep. And they thaw and they moonlight. Okay, now we're gonna knock something out. Something is dying to this make it rain. Or I mean, I guess not King Game, but it's taking 50. Yeah, taking 51. I kind of want to make it rain again, but I think we're at a point in the game where we don't need to make plays like that. Because we're super, super ahead right now. Okay, Clef comes in. I'm just gonna taunt this and get rocks up. Nice Moonblast from them. I'm gonna just get rocks up and then U-turn out. Okay, Latios comes out. This is a pretty free hat swap for us. Hat at this point has pretty much exhausted its usefulness. That's okay. Draco comes out. I'm gonna actually Darkrai. Actually, this could flip turn, right? Okay, I'll just Draining Kiss. Okay, they do click Psychic Noise. I'm just gonna Psyshock. Alright, I'll Mystical Fire, actually, if King Gambit swaps in. But that's very unlikely. I think they might want to respect Nuzzle coming out, so they might flip turn into Gliscor, or flip turn into Clef. Yep, Gliscor does come out. Yeah, that's doing very little damage, so it's definitely some other set. We're just gonna Darkrai. Okay, Earthquake and Knockoff means that it could be Toxic or it could be Spikes. I feel like with Sinistra, you're usually running some kind of Spike spam, so it probably is that. I'm gonna go Goldengo here on the Clef. Nice, big play by us. We either force a Terra out right now, or something is definitely dying this time. Yeah, we really should have double made it rain, I think. But it's such a tough play to make, you know? Like, there's so many times where, like, there's no way King Gambit's attacking into a Landorus that's healthy. But at the same time, it's like, if they Sucker Punch you and they do OHKO you, you lose the game. So, it's a tricky play to make. You only make it if you're, like, absolutely certain that they're gonna swap out. I was maybe, like, 80% certain King Gambit would swap. Okay, Latios back in is quite interesting. Is this Shadow Ball or something? Either way, I think I'm just gonna Nasty Plot. Oh, it's Calm Mind. Okay. Well, we're just gonna make it rain to see how much damage this does. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that Dragonite wins this game. But I'm curious how much this will do. Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, we're gonna try to recover here, in that case. Okay, fine. Prevent that. Guess we'll have to hat. Nice recover by them, wow. Because Make It Rain would have still knocked them out, I think. Alright, now I'm just gonna go Darkrai. If they Draco us predicting Darkrai, that means we get to swap, which is good. Okay, Clef comes in. I'm gonna just sack Hat here and then try to heal my gold up. Nice. They try to get rocks up, but we're not having that. Okay. They try it again. This is why Hat is such... This is why Magic Bounce is so annoying. And also why you can tell I am a NU player, because Xatu had many interactions with that. I'll Drain Kiss again. Now this Clef is pretty low. Alright, I'm gonna go gold again. Now we'll recover this time. We could have opened ourselves to an Iron Defense Zama, but we still have tools for that. I'm not worried. We have our own Roar Zama. Okay. Speaking of the devil, it's in. It looks like 4 attacks based off that. So I'm just going to go Lando and troll him a little bit. Then I'm going to go back to Goldengo. Yep. Now we're going to try to recover. That's still doing quite a bit, 40%. We'll recover one more time. Alright, now we'll go land. And now we're just gonna U-turn, because I expect Crunch to come out again. And even if it doesn't, we're gonna set up our D-Knight. Yep. Alright, I think it's time, fellas. I think we go to the boss. We will Dragon Dance without anything. Okay, we'll Dragon Dance again. See if we force a Terra out. They go for Hex, so we're gonna Terra Blast this. Yep, GG, well played. That was a nice win for us. I honestly have a feeling that defensive gold is gonna die out because, like, what do you do when you get so overwhelmed by Make It Rain Metal Coat, like, or Specs even, or like Scarf even, like, they're just so strong. All right, we're playing against Storm Zone. He's got a pretty annoying team. He's got a super threatening team, actually, but we're just gonna lead Lando because it's probably Samurott or Treads, but there's not much we can do about either, really. Our goal here is to try to win Dragonite, but that involves breaking his own Dragonite and his Valiant, so it's not going to be so easy. Okay. Treads comes out. I kind of want to just Earthquake here. If rocks go up, it's pretty annoying, but what can you do? Okay, he Steel Beams. I'll take that trade. I think that's fine. Okay. Now we're going to U-turn into Za. Then we're just going to click Press. I think Press is pretty free. He gets a Spike Up, which is quite annoying, but what can you do about that? Okay, Deoxys comes in now. Takes a lot from Press. But we're just gonna Darkrai. Yeah, I like Darkrai more than Hat. I like keeping Hat for Valiant. And we'll click Sucker Punch here. Nice, we snipe it. Dude, Sucker Punch Darkrai always just tricks people. People never know what to do versus that guy because he doesn't really exist. Okay, we're gonna keep Darkrai. And we're gonna go Hat, depending on what this is. Swords Dance, okay. Now we can just Psychic Noise. Yep, we always eat that knockoff, and Psychic Noise always one-shots him. Looking really good, 3v6 for us. But he does have an Iron Moth, and he does have Jack Sparrow, so gotta be cognizant, especially when that guy boosts up. And he still has Dragonite. Right now I'm calculating to see if Terra Blast ever just straight one-shots the Iron Moth. Because if it does, we definitely want to go for that. It doesn't, ever, and we're not even adamant. But it does force his Terra. So I feel like it's not bad. I don't know if we click Earthquake or if we click Terra Blast. I think we click Terra Blast. And then the goal of the game is to not lose to his Dragonite. I'm also going to calc one more thing. I'm going to calc +1 Iron Moth versus Zamazenta. When you're calculating this, you have to make sure to turn Iron Moth to inactive booster. Because otherwise, it's going to think that your special attack boosted Iron Moth. I think we're literally 0 HP. Okay, we always live Gleam outside of Terra. The question is, do we need that? No, I think we're fine. I think we go for Roar. Yeah, we always live Gleam. Psychic is a little bit of a roll that's favored for us, but we can go for Roar here. Okay, nice. Dragonite's in now. I think I might just attack to break this. Actually, no, he probably just Dragon Dances, yeah. So it's good for us. Symbolism is back in. And now we're just gonna Body Press. Right? Body Press should be good. Or Crunch, actually. Why would I Body Press? Yeah, we'll just Crunch. Okay. I wonder if that defense drop means anything. No item. It doesn't unless we Terra. But I think we can Terra. Like, I'm pretty sure we're fine even if we Terra. It's tricky, it's tricky. I could also just Dragonite. Dragonite and Dragon Dance might be the better play. Yeah, it's just DD. Okay. Now we'll go for Earthquake. Not reveal our set, because we could be Fairy. And then now I think we should be good. If Samurai comes into Sucker Punches, we'll roost on that. Yep. Nice. Kind of want to Dragon Dance again, but... yeah, I'll Dragon Dance again. Okay, that should be 100% game now. Yep, we have multi-skill up, we have Terra Blast flying. Looking really, really good. Yeah, GG, GG. Damn, we are cooking with this team, guys. This has been a very shy showcase. We are very close to 2,000 again, and we just took Storm Zone to the brink of 2,000 as well. But that's gonna wrap it here. This is a pretty good team. I'll link you guys this. I do feel a little bad for plaguing the ladder with hail and all that stuff, but you know, I like to share teams. I'm all about that. I'm all about sharing sets and techs and all that stuff. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. If you guys want this team, make sure to check the description down below. And yeah, I will take care, and you guys take care as well. And I'll catch you for the next video. Tomorrow, we're going to be uploading VGC. If you guys are interested in that, please let me know. Because it was a lot of fun recording with my friend. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, anyways, I'll catch you later. Peace.